Entrena el Futbol Club Barcelona, Ernesto Valverde.
Perquè somnis ens ha ensenyat a anar sense ballar, a llegir sense veure, a veure sense estar junts. I ara volem cases de barra, tecnologia, ningú no sap, però hi ha una cosa que sí que sabem. Un telón píxels escrit a parlar, a la vanguardia simple i serena explicable. La Vanguardia.
In La Liga, he's 34 years of age, but this season I think at times he's played as well as he ever has done. 400
made too much of a difference, but as you say, because today, well, everything's all decided in La Liga, this should be a
season to go, the entire season undefeated, which would have been wonderful. Have proved that they're not good enough for this team, to be quite honest with you. They haven't got the level to be in this Barca squad.
It's led by the referee Jose Luis Munguera, Montero, Xavi Prieto and Andres Iniesta. Should be playing with more nerves than they will tonight. They can't.
Under their new manager Imanol, since he's been there, they've won 5 of 8 games. So they've been much.
To Yerry Mina. Mina finds Iniesta. Lovely first touch from him. Back to William Jose. His cross blocks and it's picked up by Andres Iniesta. And listen to the Camp Nou roar.
Confidence from Dembele. He's changed so much in the last few weeks as a player. Look at
to Ieramendi, intercepted by Dembele. It falls to the feet of Iniesta. Iniesta to Coutinho. Iniesta into the area. Cuts it back for Swat. Streaked past the outside of the post. A bit of relief there for Marc-Andre ter Stegen as we look to play who can still contribute.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting to hear him in his press conference because
here is Iniesta with a shot!
In 21.5 minutes.
I thought you were going to say in his life.
Pretty much. He's just one of those players that makes everything look...
But lacking the tension of a game with anything in play. But for Luis Suarez, he does a throw into Barcelona. Confidence. Understanding the Barcelona system more and more.
About Andres Iniesta already. We'll obviously talk a lot about Xavi Prieto at some point.
It for Jordi Alba, in turn finds Iniesta. The action was Iniesta again. Lovely ball. Dembele almost defying the laws of gravity.
And just that it's that precise.
Placement from Yerry Mina. There's that pass you're talking. And Ruben Pardo's also on the bench. Don't expect to see him. Iniesta. Still Iniesta. Nobody really seeming to want to get the boot. And you're taking on Elustondo. He's got Alba on the overlap. Iniesta's seen him, of course. Doesn't quite link with him.
Really, his success. He's got such grace as he moves your move. And that's something that he does with such style. And it sounds easy, but it's difficult.
It's incredibly. Caught by Busquets. Kept in play by Iniesta. Again. Turning away from the challenge of Elustondo. Advantage Elustondo. In the end, the ball at the feet of Piqué. Run around. Ieramendi, lovely ball for Iniesta. Waiting perhaps the lack of tension in this particular game. It's all about celebration tonight in the Camp Nou. Alba to Iniesta. Iniesta cutting inside Elustondo, gets it back from Alba. Januzaj with the cross. Januzaj in the middle, I should have said. And it's Iniesta who finds Rakitic to left it. Iniesta finds Jura, especially on the break. They've been soaking up the pressure Barcelona have put them under. Moya hasn't had to make...
Caught him on the ankle, sent him flying. Dembélé was down for a long time, then gingerly got back to his feet.
Final third as Alba lays it off for Iniesta. 1-2 between them. Iniesta turns. He needs support. He plays it back to Iniesta brilliantly. Rakitic, Iniesta. Oh,
Raul Navas, of course, the man who took out Dembélé, and he's very much the I think he's got a future here because
Messi about to come on.
Final opportunity.
Backward football juggling there. Iniesta. Tich. Busquets. Andres Iniesta. Suarez making a run. Iniesta missing a very young player. Almost echoed, we could say, by Mendy, who just loses out to Andres Iniesta there. Iniesta lays. Mina had got in there. Might fall for Suarez. Headed out by Mendy. Here's Messi.
The B team, Imanol taking over the first team
for Barcelona. Combining with Iniesta. Iniesta again. Lovely down the right flank.
And there's absolutely no doubt that he's got more penetration and threat than Elizondo. He's been on the pitch for, what?
Into the area. Suarez. Little back healer to Iniesta. Iniesta turning on Odriozola by Ter Stegen. He rolls it out to Iniesta. Now Jura. Iniesta. Held back scandalously by Mendy, the referee. Iniesta, this is history in the making.
Been partners in crime for so many years. They've both won the exact same amount of titles.
The red and blue of Football Club Barcelona. The Camp Nou pays homage to the genius of Andres Iniesta. Motion of Iniesta's substitution. Free kick given here in favour of Real Sociedad.
They've won the Spanish Super Cup 7 times, 4 Champions Leagues, 3 European Super Cups. Won't understand that decision.
Well, the emotion getting a bit much for Andres Iniesta there in the dugout.
Against Roma, and he realised that that was the end of his Champions League career. And obviously the same here tonight.
Whistle, there's the end of the season. Tears in the eyes of Andres Iniesta. It's the end of...
By Football Club Barcelona under Ernesto Valverde, their 25th